As you remember, we painted a green rosebud on silk, this rosebud, a half opened, and finally we are going to paint a fully opened rose. And this is the beautiful rose I had taken a picture of years ago, and I decided to choose it for today's tutorial. So as always, we move from the big simple outlines to the details. And the first outline is like a triangle. Then you can distinguish this petal in it. Then you can define the center part. And when the large shapes are found, you can start drawing each individual petal. I know only some of you are watching how to sketch, and you can skip over this part of the video. However, I always stand for the fact that good silk painting starts with a good drawing, and a good drawing starts with a good reference picture. In my opinion, drawing is far more important than painting, and you can't fix a bad drawing with a nice scale, but a good drawing can improve the impression of a poor painting. But I'll leave you with the traditional grid drawing, just in case. I'll be using a palette as always, just two dyes today, yellow and black. You can pick up any you want. Somewhere in here is a paper towel, and first I wet the whole rose in its entirety. I could use a bigger brush, but I have this one on hand. We don't need excess water, just a wetted surface. And I would try to make this painting as simple as possible. And the second step, I will indicate the yellow color that exists in this rose. Not in all places, but where I see it more. But you can use any color you like. Notice that I don't paint each petal separately, but in large patches. And now I need the lightest tone of gray, and I'll tell you in advance that there will be 3 in total: light, medium and dark gray. And we will move from light to dark in order not to make a mistake with the tone. And we will build out the darkness very carefully and very gradually. So I'm just going to do a little bit of shadowing. And with this light gray, I want to paint the whole shadow, light, medium and dark. So gradually, not hurriedly, I paint, trying to check with the reference. I didn't have enough light gray tone. I ran out of light gray too quickly, so I need more. But you can mix the three tones in separate cups beforehand, and then you won't have such problems. I checked to see if I've achieved the tone I want, and I think so. On some petals the shadow doesn't come to the very edge, but is a bit off. And this light petal should be left light. And in a rose, there are usually so many petals that it's very easy to get confused in them, to get lost in them. Therefore, it's very important to draw the pattern in advance, to investigate it, to feel it. It's a kind of preparation for painting. Now we need a medium tone. And I'm going to take a long, tedious time mixing it in my palette. It looks too dark to me, so I add water and more water and more. Well, this one seems good to me. And with the medium tone we cover all the places that are darker than the lightest. Quietly, calmly, studying the reference carefully, in no hurry, and we are enjoying the process. And gradually the volume of the rose begin to appear. And here is the darkest gray. We need it for the final touches to deepen the shadow even more. In general, if at this stage you make a little mistake, it's not total, because the overall impression of the rose we have already created. As I said before, you can use any color you want, you like. Honestly, it's safe to stop at this point. Of course, here you could deepen the shadows in some places, but there is always a risk of making the flower too dark. It will lose its lightness and liveliness, so it's better to stop sooner than later. But I would like to make the color of the rose denser, to make it closer to the original to bring more yellow-green color, or we can call it olive. It's easy to do because the cold yellow and gray give us this color, and tonally it's closer to a medium gray tone. With this color you can draw small nuances more carefully. And again, we move from bigger to smaller, from simple to complex details. And this leaf, since it's drawn here, I should paint over it too. That's too yellow. As always, a paper towel will help remove the excess. So, I wish you good luck in mastering your silk painting skills, and I'll see you.